What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. With a lot of things going on right now, I figured I'll give you 3 easily ways or techniques to improve your mental well-being because we know that it's very important. Let's get right into it. So technique number 1 is revisit your past trauma. A lot of people throughout their life, especially during their kids, they're young, maybe in their school, in their university, college time, we tend to experience this kind of trauma or maybe even like uncomfortable situation where it just mess with us subconsciously and it get carried away until our present, until now, and it's always give this kind of bad feeling, but we never know why. If you ever feel like you fell down or you just sad and you don't really know why, which is I also feel this way quite often, it's usually because there's a lot of things that happened in the past that you haven't solved yet, you haven't opened up yet, and you still bottle it up, which messes up with you. That's why it's really important to revisit it, and the next time you feel this way, maybe turn on some music that suits you and take a piece of paper and pen and just write whatever thoughts that you have, write it down, because usually when you do this, by the end of it you will have this realization that, oh, I actually feel this because of that, and then you can learn to let it go or maybe share it with someone. But if you don't do this, the problem is that you will end up keep on bottling them and the feeling's going to stay there, so in the end it will do you no good. So it's better for you to just let it out. Now it may take you some time to do this. You might not find out the full answer on why you feel this way the day you start writing it, but if by the end of the exercise and you haven't found it and you already feel better, just put the paper down, keep it somewhere, and the next time if you feel it again, you can just take the paper and continue it instead of you need to redo it and think about it all over again. Now the second technique is what I call the deep convo. So the deep convo is basically just like the first one where you dive deep and find out why you feel this way, but you do it with someone you trust. Maybe your trust friends, your best friends, your loved ones. But the idea here is that when you talk to it verbally to someone, it just ignites a part of our brain that make it think just somehow differently from if we just think it in our head by ourselves. If you think with our friends or you think with the person, make sure that they also share theirs, so it's not like you're having a session, so it will feel like both of you just sharing both of stories. Not only it will tighten your relationship, by talking to someone else, usually people will pick up cues or pick up something that you might not. So usually, like I did this with my girlfriend where I feel like there's something, I just talked to her and she just, is it this because of this? And I was like, oh yeah, I think that is. But I would never think of that by myself because I will have a lot of things going on in my mind and I might keep on brushing the truth and I will see like, oh, probably not, and have a lot of these kind of justifications. But when you do it with someone, they can see it objectively. So other than you say something and you kind of like bias or you just lie to yourself like, probably not, I don't think it is. When you do it with someone else, they can see it objective, so they can think like, oh no, I think it is because of that, and that questions alone will make you rethink and make you say like, oh, probably it is true, which just help the realization that you have. Moreover, if you do this with your friends, you can also improve your confidence because by the end of your both of your conversations, you both have a clear idea on your past trauma, and then you and your friend can feel like, it's not a big deal anymore, why do we keep on worrying about that? So it's a really good way to bond, and it's also a really good way to improve your overall self-esteem. The third technique that I have for you is to do something nice for others or even strangers. Now this is a unique way to improve your happiness drastically that a lot of people overlook and often don't do. The thing is, if you do something nice for other people, you will feel nice for yourself. And it's kind of common sense, I think. I'm pretty sure all of you did things that's nice to others. Maybe you give to the homeless, you did something to your friends, you buy them drinks maybe, and they kind of like, oh great, like thank you, such nice you are, and you feel good from their gratitude. And this also goes hand in hand with improving your mood or improving just overall your state when you feel like depressed or even you feel like you're in the bad mental state. Two things that I like to do every time I feel this kind of situations. Maybe I'm outside by myself and I suddenly feel this kind of hit of depression and I have no one to talk to right now or right then. Two things that I like to do is the first one, compliment stranger. Compliment stranger is a unique way to improve your self-confidence but also to make yourself much happier. It's just a different feeling compared to complimenting your friends, because when you compliment your friends, you know them and you expect them to take it well. But when you compliment others, it's like out of the blue that even the strangers doesn't expect that, you don't expect it, and when you say it, they be like, oh, thank you, and you just get the hit, like a stroke hit of happiness and joy, and you feel like, I don't know, I cannot mention it in words, but if you haven't done it, make sure to do it every time you feel this way. A little tips for you, the first thing that you can do is find something unique from that person. Is it maybe their outfit, maybe their costume, like we just passed Halloween and it's a really great opportunity to compliment other Halloween costume. But if not, you can also compliment on something that they do, or maybe if they have a cute dog or cat or any pets, or even other things that you genuinely feel like you can give compliment about. And the second thing is I like to give to the homeless or even like to the poor people. Like, not to brag, I think the problem with our modern society is that people give just to get attention. So like this meme right here that you see, they just give just to get like likes or even just to be appreciated by others. But this is so wrong because this take away the joy of giving. And when you give genuinely without the need of people to see, and when you just give to these people that you know they're unable to pay you back, and you can feel the sense of their gratefulness even if you just give them like $1 or 50 cents. It's the joy from it, it's really uncalculatable and unspeakable. You really need to feel it by yourself. Try to, maybe in the next time you walk alone, you walk on that aisle, maybe you walk to the mall, somewhere, I don't know, just basically you're by yourself and there's someone begging or there's someone like homeless people, just give them a little bit. Even if they don't react to giving, they just quiet, you still feel good because you do something good, and it's actually do something good from your own and not for the validation of others. So the next time you feel this way and you're outside, make sure you compliment others. If you bring some extra cash, just give to other people, give to the homeless people. But make sure you give because you genuinely feel like you're giving, because this is the key. If you feel with the intention of being the good guy or good person, it will take away the joy. So if you feel like empathy with that person and you want to give it, just give it. That's the perfect time to give it, I would say. Not the moment where you feel like, oh, I just want to give because I think my friends are there, and that's all the wrong reasons. So that's the 3 technique, guys, that you can implement. The next time you feel down, you feel depressed, and you feel sad, make sure to use 3 of them because 3 of them are pretty useful. It's just from a different circumstances. And maybe comment down below, share on what you did or maybe what you have done that also help you so other people can see it, I can read it. Please give a like and subscribe down below if you haven't, and I'll see you again next Saturday.